Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I have a color along that I'm doing out of Deborah Muller's Fairy Merry Christmas for our Deborah Muller coloring group. I will put the link to her coloring group in the description section below of the video. And if you're not a member, please come over and join us. We have a lot of fun. It's a very positive group. Everyone's very supportive, and there are a lot of freebies posted every Friday, between one and two, sometimes even 3 freebies posted on Fridays. We have a freebie album over there. And then there are frequently contests where you can win the coloring books or the PDF version of the coloring books. So lots of fun stuff going on over there. And I am hosting regular color alongs. So this is the Fairy Merry, well, it's a Christmas color along. Deborah came out with 3 new books for Christmas. And I'm coloring a page out of the Fairy Merry Christmas. Now this is... I got myself stretched a little thin and I didn't get everything done in as quickly as I wanted to. So we're on the tail end of this color along. I'm seeing if we can do an extension on it to make it last another week, and then I could do it justice, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Either way, I'm still going to complete this picture and post a video. So I thought I'd show you what I have done so far. It is the page that so many of you also did, of the fairy girl with her reindeer antlers and everything, super cute. So what I've done is I gone in and laid down marker as a base. I'm going to pull this out. I don't need it now that I'm not using the markers. Got this all down as a base, and then I put like a light color for her skin. I would like to color her skin a deeper skin tone. I am not really good at deep skin tones, but I'm gonna try. And so that's what I was going to work on right now. And then in another part, I had bought some gold paint. I thought we could try to paint her wings gold, go over and then do a background and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So I've got to pull out my pencils now. I'm going to use, actually I don't want to scratch my page, so I'll close it again. I'm going to use my Crayola pencils, and I keep them all in this box, this wooden box with a sugar skull on it, that I bought when I was on vacation last year. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but I'm going to try to find, I thought I never used Crayolas in a color along, really. I don't give my Crayolas very much love, so I thought that I would use them. So I'm going to look for some darker colors that I can possibly use as for her skin. This one is light brown, looks like. We might be able to use that one. Let me see, what else do we have here? What's this one? That one is Harvest Gold. I don't think I want that. This one is, I don't have my glasses on yet. I guess I should put them on, shouldn't I? And then maybe I'd be able to see and communicate more effectively with you guys. So this one is, it's weird, I can't read it, but we'll pull it out anyways because it looks like a possibility. And this one is brown, so we'll definitely take that. Maybe, what is this one again? Tan. It's tan. Oh my gosh, you'd think I would know better. Okay, this is a brown. It's a duplicate, and I've already been using it, so I'm going to put the other one back because I have two packages, 2 things in here of pencils, and then this one is a light brown, so we're going to go with those. I was kind of looking for a red brown, like so I could put a reddish tone in there, but a mahogany. We'll pull mahogany also, just to be, you know, we're gonna try to do her skin upright here and see how we can do it. So, okay, so we've got those. So now I can put my box away. I've seen that there's like 100 set of Crayola pencils. I have not. All I have is the 50. I have 2 sets of the 50, I think. So I'm gonna smush her down here, and so I already laid down a little bit of color earlier with I was using my Excuse me, let me get a drink of my coffee. I was using my Marco Raffines and I pulled one out and I laid something down. But we'll try this light brown. But I gotta sharpen it. And if you guys have not seen my sharpener before, I love it, love it, love it. It is an Office Pro battery operated sharpener. I absolutely love this sharpener. Keith got it for me for Christmas last year. And it sharpens beautifully. It sharpens my Prismacolors, my Marco Raffines, my Polychromos, the Faber-Castell Polychromos, my Royal and Langnickel. Everything fits in it except for my Derwent pencils. They're too big. So we're just going to go around and see if we can kind of, you know, deepen up her skin a little bit. And I've not used Crayola pencils for skin ever. I don't think so. This is kind of an interesting new experience here. But yeah, so that pencil sharpener, I love it. And it came with batteries included, and they're still, I use it all the time, and they're still on the batteries that came with it. So I think that's really impressive because I use it a lot. So the light might be washing out the page today. It's super gloomy out. We have a lot of rain today. Our forecast has been calling for heavy rain, and it's at like 100%. So yeah, it's really dark out. And today I think is going to be our last day of semi-warmth. I think the high today is like 68, and tomorrow it goes down to 54. And then after that, it goes down even more into like the lower 50s and high 40s. And I think fall finally came. It stayed warm for so long. Sometimes I think with this paper, the Create Space paper, these pencils with a harder lead, they seem to work a little bit better. The soft pencils, they leave like more of those little white spaces where the color doesn't lay down as smooth or smoothly. So yesterday, I got to go out to lunch with one of my friends. I hadn't seen her in a year, a little over a year, actually. Her name is Laura, and she lives about a half an hour away, which is not very far, considering we don't get to see each other very often. It's just one of those things where, you know how it is, like, there's always something, it seems like, that comes up that prevents you from being together or whatever. And so we met for lunch yesterday, and we went to Longhorn Steakhouse. I haven't been there in a very long time. I have been there before, but it's just not one of the places that we go to that much. When Keith and I go out to eat, we're kind of like we like the same things, so we tend to go to the same places, and that's just not one of the places we go to. There's a Chinese place that we really like. We go there a lot. And then there's like places that we like for pizza that we stick to, you know. And sometimes he likes fish tacos a lot, so we go to Red Lobster because he likes their fish tacos. But he also likes the fish tacos at Chili's. So sometimes we go there, and I get gift cards there from Avon because I can turn points in. Once you've reached a certain selling level with Avon, they give you like points that you can redeem for merchandise, and I always buy gift cards with it so that we can go out to eat. So, but anyways, Longhorn isn't one of the places that we go to that often. And so we went there, and she goes there quite a bit with her husband. And she recommended this burger called the Big Sky Burger. Holy smokes, it was huge. I didn't get it. Keith got it. But it was, and she got one, but I had some of Keith's. I got a burger also, which is unusual for me because I don't usually order burgers when we go out to eat. I'm not a burger person. I always usually get chicken. Chicken or some kind of pasta. But she had recommended this burger, and so Keith got it, and it was giant for one thing. And excuse me, it was like a big burger, and it had on top of it like shaved prime rib on top of a burger. So you're like getting double beef. And then it had this kind of cheese, and I know I'm probably not pronouncing the cheese correctly. Gruyere. I think it's a type of Swiss, but I'm not positive on that. And it had that, and then it had French fried onions on it. So, and I got a bacon cheeseburger, but I got Swiss cheese on it, and just like tomatoes and mayonnaise. That's what I like in my burgers, and it was really, really good. It was delicious. And then the French fries that came with Keith's burger had Parmesan cheese all over them with garlic, and they were super good. Now, I had seasoned fries, but I guess they were just their regular type fries, and they were pretty good too. But man, oh man, those fries that he had were good. So when we left, he said that he really enjoyed that meal, and he wouldn't mind, us going back there again to try other things. Now, the difference between him and I is when I find something I like, I stick with it, and I don't order like a lot of different types of foods. I'll order like the same thing because I know I like it, and I know it's going to be good, and I'm always afraid, well, what if I get something that I don't like as much, And, but he is very adventurous, and he'll try different stuff every single time, whereas I'm not. Although, when we go again, I will try something different, because like I said, I got a burger, and I'm not a big burger person. Just not my thing, the burgers. I like a burger, but I like to go to Red Robin and order the guacamole burger from Red Robin is so good. And I like Steak and Shake. I like their burgers too. I always get the guacamole burger. Only theirs at Steak and Shake comes with a little bit of spicy stuff on it. I think it's the cheese that's spicy, but it's good. Yeah, this light, I have my lights on really bright because it's so dim in here today from it being dark. So I think it's kind of making it look a little bit washed out. So I can see like some where it's kind of streaky and it's not blended super good, but I will probably blend with a white pencil or maybe even my blender pencil afterwards. But again, when you have this paper, you know that that's just part of it. You can't do much about that. Some people don't like coloring on this paper. They'll print off, different. I'm going to turn the page here. They'll print off different, the images onto different paper because they don't like this paper. But I don't mind it, it's okay with me. I'm cool with it. So. So it's funny to be coloring a Christmas picture when we haven't even had Halloween yet. But it's kind of neat, too, because, Christmas is out in all the stores and everything now. We were at Kohl's recently, and they had like a little bit of Halloween, and they had like a whole bunch of Christmas stuff getting ready to get out. And actually Keith bought an ornament when we were there. He bought the new Hallmark Star Wars ornament. One of them, it's got the scene on it from when Obi-Wan fights Darth Vader, and it's got like the dialogue between them and everything. It's pretty good. He really liked it. He collects the Star Wars ornaments, and he's got some that are actually Star Wars and Star Trek, and he's got some that are quite valuable now. The older ones, that are more on the rare side. We had a friend, well, when I used to have my Avon booth, I used to be set up at a flea market. Like, it was like an indoor flea market that was open 5 days a week. And, I was there permanently. Like, my booth was a permanent setup. It was like a store, basically. But there was a woman and her husband had come in there, and they were like our parents' age. And they had a lot of memorabilia, science fiction memorabilia, and they were selling it. And what had happened was they had a son who was around the same age as Keith and I. He might have been a little bit younger than us. And he had passed away. He had, I think, kidney failure for quite a few years, and he ended up passing away. And over time, they came to the point where they were okay with letting go of some of his belongings. He had an extensive collection of science fiction memorabilia, and, they didn't need it. There wasn't room for it, and that kind of thing. And so they were selling a lot of it, but they were really, really nice people, and they weren't very knowledgeable about science fiction stuff. And Keith is, he's a big collector. So they had they were selling a lot of his stuff, and Keith was telling them, you're selling this way too cheap. You could get a lot more money out of it, and I would hate to see you get, taken, basically, because a lot of this stuff is way more valuable. And you kind of had to be careful, because in the flea market setting, there's a lot of people there that are out to make $1, and they'll take anything they can get off you, and they don't care if it's a scam, if they're doing right by you or not, So they kind of listened to Keith, trusted him, and he helped them price a lot of the stuff. And some of it, he said, was a lot more expensive than what they had it marked, and they ended up selling a lot and making a decent amount of money from it. And they had this one ornament that was a Star Trek Christmas ornament with the Enterprise on it, I believe, and it was like a one that lit up and made noise and stuff like that. And he had been looking at that, and it was one of the more expensive ones, and I want to say it was worth like well over $100, possibly even $200. And he was telling me, he goes, well, I think I want to buy that if you don't care. And I said, no, I don't care, go ahead and get it, hold on to it, and or we'll put it on their tree, or you can save it for good, whatever you want to do. And they ended up giving him that as a gift for helping them price all of their merchandise. And so I want to say it's worth between $200 and $300. Now, I'm not positive on that, but it is a Hallmark one. It's amazing how much money those can be worth, So I left her nose a little bit later. Now I'll come down and do her neck. Yeah, I bought some gold paint. I thought we would work on her wings with some gold paint, because I've been seeing some pictures of colored pages with gold paint, and the paint is really metallic and looks beautiful. And I know, like, in the Hannah Carlzon books, they have a lot of the gold, like the watches and different jewelry things. And I thought, well, I could use it in those too, if it ended up being any good. So we're going to try it and see how it is. just a relief to work in this book after I did a color along out of the Jasmine Beckett Griffith book for another group, and man, oh man, that stressed me out. I mean, it was fun, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it and everything, but it's like I was trying so hard to make it be like perfect, and I just don't feel that way here. I just want to have fun. It just makes me I like having fun with my pages. These Christmas books are super, super cute. All of them are super cute. This one in particular, though, is Very Merry Christmas. It's adorable. Alright, so now I'm going to use this dark brown, and then I might put a little bit of that mahogany in certain places to deepen it up, but we'll see how it goes. This is like an experiment because I've never done it before, so let's start with her hairline. I'll turn it sideways here again. I hope this, like, the light isn't washing everything out so bad that you guys can't even see anything. That would be like a big bummer. But I have to be able to see because I can't see anything. Well, this is just plain brown, not dark brown, I think. Did I say dark brown? I didn't mean to. I just meant plain brown. Can you hear it scratching on the paper? I should have painted my nails before I did this video. You guys probably don't want to look at my ratty old chipped nails, but I just wanted to move along, you know. I was ready to get started on this. Oh, like that. It's good. I can hear Keith moving around out on our sun porch because he's peeling the last of our apples, because we have an apple tree and it just now it's just now put out the last. We think it's going to be like the last of them. So he's peeling them, and then we're going to cook them and put them up for the winter. Freeze them. We usually just cook them down with like cinnamon and sugar, fry them, you know, and then we put them up, and they're so good in the wintertime. I'm telling you what, on a day where we get like a big snow and you wake up in the morning and you don't have any place to be, and you can just put on some fried apples and with a biscuit, oh my gosh. It's so cozy and good. It's really, really nice. Let's see. I don't know how far down I want to come with that. Checking my time. Oh, I know. I was going to talk about Christmas presents, like what everybody wanted for Christmas. And I forgot. And now it's getting... Sometimes I have trouble uploading, which is part of the reason why I didn't get all this stuff done last week, because I'd had so much trouble on Friday uploading videos. It was ridiculous. And I was really frustrated and I needed to walk away from it. So I didn't upload anything Thursday or Friday, and that put me behind my whole schedule. So now see, I can see that this side of her face is deeper than that side. I'd missed that because of the way the light was. I must have had my hand was making a shadow or something, so I can go back and fix that too. I'll just make it a little bit, bring that in a little bit more. Actually, I'll use my light brown and fix that, make it a little bit so that it matches. Can you hear my laundry? I got the laundry going. Sorry if it's distracting. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna shut it off, and then I'll pick it up with a part 2, and we'll finish doing her skin. Okay, so I will see you guys in a bit.